Day 3, and it's time to get to Salka today. It's about 9 kilometers there. We're going to try and go a little bit further than that, I think, and then we're going to head to Tjäktja Pass. And I'm feeling really tired. I need to strap up my knee as well because it's really starting to play up. I think the weight of the backpack as well, so I need to strap it up good and be able to make it. Let's see what it's like today outside. Hold on just a second. Oh, let's get this. Oh, it was raining last night, so I'm trying not to get water inside. Not as nice as yesterday. It's a bit wet. It rained like quite a bit last night. But yeah, let's see what today holds. So we started off towards Salka. That's the view behind us after about 1.5 hours or so. About 4 kilometers out from where we camped, and that's ahead of us. Get the backpack on, it's not fun. Let's see. Next time 23 kilos is not what I'm going to be looking at. We're just coming up to a reindeer fence here. You can see Alex on the other side of it. These are apparently all along this area to keep the reindeers from each of the Sami tribes separately. They each have their own area. Didn't expect it to be an actual gate in the fence. So it's been, I don't know, something like 2.5, 3 hours since we left camp. We're about 3 kilometers away from Salka, I think, but these rocks are really doing me in. The up and down on these rocks is starting to impact my knee. I'm using the walking sticks, but I find that sometimes they also kind of hinder me more than help me, although they do help to take the weight off my knee. But it does make me slower. And what I'm finding is that going downhill, I get really slow because my knee is not able to take the impact. And then I take a little bit of time to recover before I can speed up again over flat ground as well. So 3 kilometers to Salka, and then let's see what time it is and what we do after that. Whew. But it's been good. It's been good. I think I have some notes that I've taken so that if I do another long hike, that I'll be more prepared in a different way. It's not that I'm not prepared this time, but it's just a bit different. There's the first of 2 bridges that are a landmark for us. Once we pass the second bridge, we'll be something like 2.6 kilometers from the Salka checkpoint. These bridges are quite fun. They swing. I think I've told you this before, but I'm watching Alex go across it now. This is a fairly long bridge actually. I'll probably wait for Alex to get a little bit through so we don't swing the bridge too much. Okay, here we go, bridge. Oop. It's swinging. It's swinging. Over the bridge we go. Oh shit. This one's a bit longer and swings a lot more. Whoa. You definitely don't want to be afraid of heights going over this. Okay, focus. Look ahead, don't look down. Look ahead, don't look down. Whew. Can you see the bridge swinging? Towards the end it swings more. Okay, I've got to hold on to the railing now. Don't know whether you can hear me with the wind. I don't have my mic on. But that was the bridge that I just came over. And now I've got to go up. So I was gonna stop for a bit of a rest, but just as we came round the corner, I see, or Alex spotted, and then I see as well houses, which would be the next checkpoint, probably about 10 minutes walk away, so I think I'll just keep going at the moment. See, can you see them there? Right over around there. Oops, I just fell here. Didn't do too much damage. Luckily my foot didn't get caught in the rails or anything, so I'm okay. My knee is a bit sore. There's the checkpoint there. Wasn't anybody around, but I think I'll make it, but I'll have to have a bit of a longer rest at the checkpoint. So we reached Salka checkpoint behind me there, and we're just taking a bit of a break. We're going to take a bit of a longer break. It's quite nice here. You can get fresh water down by the stream. They've got a shop which you can buy sweets and stuff from. They have oh, they've even got beer. Alex got a beer, so you can buy quite a lot of stuff here. It's small, there's not really any shelter, so you've got to kind of sit outside. It's a bit cold today. It's like, I don't know, it must be like 9-10 degrees outside, so I've got my gloves on, got my woolly hat on, and I've got a few layers on. I think it gets warmer as you're hiking, but the view here is actually spectacular. It's nice to just sit here and look a little bit at the nature. So just contemplating and thinking about what to tell you guys. A few tips. I think one of the tips that I'd say is I fell back there just before getting to this checkpoint, and that's because I didn't take heed of being tired, and because Alex was going on, and because I thought, okay, I can make it to, it's only 2.5 kilometers. I pressed on ahead and I was losing focus and I tripped, and that could have been pretty bad. It wasn't, luckily I didn't do anything, but yeah, if you feel like you want to rest, no matter how much you are to what you want to achieve, just rest. It doesn't matter. I think that's one of the key things. Tips. The other thing is there's a lot of boggy wasteland here, or marshland. Your shoes need to be waterproof for sure, otherwise you're screwed. And I'm just watching where I'm going as I'm walking. And the other thing is, oh, I mentioned yesterday about the system of socks that I'm wearing based on the advice I got on the Fjällräven site. Yeah, it's basically a thin woolen sock, full woolen sock underneath, and a thicker woolen sock on top. Apparently that stops the your feet from rubbing against the shoe or the socks, and reduces the chances of blisters, because it's the socks that rub against each other instead of your feet taking the brunt of it. So I've tried that now. It's pretty good. I haven't got any blisters yet. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna get any. There's a toe which is tender, so I put on a blister plaster there, but other than that, so far so good. So we're gonna take a bit of a rest here, gonna take a look around, just relax a bit, and then going to head off to Tjäktja and see whether we can do another 9 kilometers or 8 kilometers until we get there. They've got some really beautiful little alpine plants here, and there's even a helicopter pad here, right there. Lunch is served. Bon appetit. Bon appetit. Bye. I've never had the chicken tikka masala. Not bad. Recommended. These are probably some of the best dehydrated meals I've had. There's like 3 or 4 other brands, and those I haven't really liked them that much. Just departing from Salka on to the Tjäktja Pass. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, I'm putting this away to get over this. This is the part of the hike I don't like. These boulders really slow me down. These boulder fields, a little small. boulders, but you need to always watch the floor. And then it's interspersed by bog. And this is really not comfortable. And you can't look up really to take a look at the scenery around, because you always have to be focusing on your feet and where you're going. That's why I'm not actually doing a lot of videos at the moment, and you may or may not be able to hear me because I really it's really too difficult to put the microphone on and off. So I guess that's where we're going, there, somewhere there through that pass. It's going to be a steep climb. Just taking a bit of a break. We've gone through that boulder field over there where you can see people. I don't know if you can see the people over there. And taking a bit of a break after that, and just having a look around the view. I'm keeping an eye on the road and giving you some scenery. Isn't it beautiful? It's a bit grim with the fog and the grey, but I think it's still beautiful. Getting close to our camping place now. I think we're probably about an hour and a half away. As usual on this trip, I'm looking forward to setting up camp. Yeah, it's definitely tiring. There we go. That's where we're heading. I was wrong, by the way. That pass I pointed to before, that wasn't the way that we were heading. We turned off and now we're following the river. Take a minute to look. Not a sound. End of the day, in the tent, raining outside, just getting ready to chill a bit. Maybe I'll be able to do a little bit more bigger video, some tips. Just it's raining, so can't do anything outside. So I'm very carefully, very carefully trying to make some of this REAL Turmat stuff inside the tent. And here it is. Today's menu is squash and sweet compost. It actually tastes better than it looks. Hey guys, so let's see. Not as tired as yesterday. It was an easier stretch today. So far we've done 3 days, and I think the hardest stretch was the stretch that we did, let me see whether I can find it, the stretch that we did on the second day. That was from Kebnekaise to Singi. So let me show you that little thing. Can you see this? Can you see this? So this is where we started. Then we went over somewhere, Kebnekaise, over there, and from Kebnekaise to Singi, which is over here. That stretch was really difficult. There's a lot of big boulder fields which you had to walk over, very undulating, and it was really tiring. From Singi, today we did from Singi to Salka and up just before we get to Tjäktja, and that was about 16 kilometers, and we managed to do that today without too much of an issue. So far this stretch here, Kebnekaise to Singi, I'd say is the most difficult. So tomorrow we're doing from just before the ascent to Tjäktja to
probably going to ascend, do the Tjäktja checkpoint, and then go a little bit further, but it's unlikely we'll reach the next checkpoint, which is Alashara. What I'm afraid of is the next sections are all descending, and my knee has been playing up really badly. I bandaged up with compression bandage today. That helped, I think. I managed to keep it, but when I got into the tent and I took it off, it was really sore. My left knee is also starting to play up a little bit, so I'm not sure whether we'll be able to make it past Tjäktja to the checkpoint after that, but we'll probably give it a try to go as far as we can. We've got, after Tjäktja, we've got another, let's see, 1, 2, 3 checkpoints. So it's Tjäktja next, then it's Alashara, sorry for the pronunciation, Kiran, and then Abishko. And that's the finish. And that we need to do by Friday midday if we want to get our stamp, or if we want the Fjällräven stuff to be there. So let's see. I'm looking forward to it. What else can I tell you? Well, actually, I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to it. It's tough, but I think if I was to do this again, I'd probably look at getting a different camera for sure. I think instead of the Z6, I'd get something smaller with the same amount of quality if I wanted to take a camera. I'd probably look at starting on the very first day that's available, so that I have the full extent of the duration to finish this. And for anybody contemplating doing the Fjällräven Trek Classic in Sweden, it's definitely not a walk in the park. It is a tough trek. It is a tough trek, and it, at least for me, this time around, it's rained every evening, which is a major pain to pack up your tent in the morning. I'm hoping it's not raining like this in the morning, otherwise I'm not sure what I'll do. I'm trying a different system this time for rain. I haven't brought a rain jacket and a backpack cover. I've just got a poncho which has an integrated backpack cover in it. Not sure whether that's going to work now, because I'm just thinking, if it's raining in the morning, that means that I'm going to have to pack up the tent in the rain. Well, I might be able to wear my poncho doing that, but I need to pack up the tent in the rain. Then I'd need to take my poncho off, get my backpack on, and get my poncho back on. And the other thing is, you need somebody really to help you with that poncho to put it on over the backpack. I think in hindsight, probably what I would do next time is I'd get a really good lightweight rain jacket and take the backpack cover. I know that rain can get in between the back, where the backpack cover ends, and your back, and it can still get wet. But I think it would just be far easier, especially if it's raining in the morning. Fingers crossed this stops before we leave tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to have some dessert, and then I'm probably gonna chill a bit and then try and get some rest. If I think of anything else, I'll turn this back on and tell you. Uh-oh. Raining harder, can you hear it?